All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Movie Talks Chill. We are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I'm Kevin Butts.
I am Patrick Wall.
And to our special guests,
I'm Andrew DiCristina with Backseat Directing.
And I'm Aaron Tate with Backseat Directing.
All right, well, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Here at the Sunscreen Film Festival. So let's just get right into the nitty-gritty. You're at Sunscreen. What brings you here? What you got going on?
We made a film.
Made a film, all right.
Yeah, we made our first short film, actually. It's called The Body. This is the first festival that we entered into, so we're very excited and very grateful to be accepted in. Ours just played in the Made in Florida block. It's about 6.5 minutes. It's a thriller about the concept of a friend calling you in the middle of the night and asking for your help with something mysterious, and picks you up, brings you to the woods. You don't really know what's going on, but goes from there into spoiler territory that I won't delve into.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing about a short. You can't explain too much of what it's about because it's so short.
Yeah.
It's available already on our YouTube page, even if you're not at the festival. Anyone can watch it.
The name of your YouTube channel?
Backseat Directing.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's the same?
Yep, exactly.
Very cool.
I say that like I'm shocked because ours isn't Movie Talks and Chill.
No, definitely not.
You have
Keep
a
it
new
simple,
name
man.
for each platform.
Right.
Are you guys
I'm
the
already
guys
having
that
a
did
panic
that?
attack. I'm having a panic attack just thinking about different names. Oh, for sure.
We struggled for a little bit coming up with the name. We had to lock something down. But for the short film, I wrote it and co-directed it with Aaron over here. Aaron directed it, and I like to say pretty much did everything else. He's an editor, fantastic with cinematography, did the shot list, and all the sound design, everything like that. It's a lot of work.
Nice. And I've told them a bunch of times, I have a little bit of experience in the film industry, but I've told, cinematography is one of the harder things to do.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it that I think people maybe overlook. Every little thing is on purpose. And it can all be shaped to help tell the story that your writer-director is coming up with.
You're basically creating a feel of the film, the feel, the tone, and a lot of people don't even realize too, when it comes to lighting, that's a big part of the cinematographer's job is lighting. I mean, obviously they have people that set it up. Hopefully, if you're doing kind of like small indie, sometimes just you.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, a lot of people never realize. I've told many people about that. I'm like, what's the difference between a cinematographer and a camera guy? I'm like, well, camera guy is usually the guy that's just operating the camera, and the cinematographer is the guy that's setting everything up and the lighting and all that good stuff. So
Tells the cameraman where to look.
Right.
Point it there.
Sometimes he's the same person.
Yep.
But I think that I usually say that cinematography, the visuals of the film, is the most important part to me. When we cover movies on our show, we'll normally say that cinematography is our favorite part to delve into and critique and try to understand the reasoning for it, because you can just tell so much visually, inherently with a movie. You definitely could have a movie without sound, but without visuals, it's a podcast. It's a song. It's a podcast. It's not a movie anymore.
It's an audiobook.
Basically, yeah.
Exactly.
But also, just to be clear for the audience, if you're not doing a silent movie, sound is probably second important. It's not something you want to fix in post. You want to make sure you get clean sound at the beginning.
Yeah, that's something really difficult too for people with a smaller budget and smaller crew. It's really tough to get good audio, so you have to be really strategic of how you set everything up, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, with ours, we had challenges with the audio. We had an issue with our sound in the car scene in our movie, and we had to go back over and ADR it, which was a whole challenge in and of itself.
Yeah, hopefully it's not super noticeable, but we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah,
so I have a little bit of a technical question. This is the second time today I've heard the term ADR. What does that mean?
So it's a voiceover.
Okay.
I forget what it's audio something. But it's where you're basically recording the audio in post.
Yeah, so audio dub recording or something
basically,
like that?
Okay. So what we had to do is we had the film on the computer monitor. We had a microphone similar to this set up right in front of us, because we also acted in the film. And we would go through the scene and just try to line up our performance with what we were saying in the room.
Okay.
And that turned out to be really difficult to get the same intensity of your performance 3 months later, just in this room.
Yeah, the last thing you want when you're making a short or a movie or music, whatever you're making, you don't want people to be taken out of it. And so you don't want to have your sound not synced with the lips of the characters, and immediately have people remember that they're watching something and not like inhabiting that world.
Right,
So
not living in that moment.
exactly, yeah. So that was a big worry when we were doing that, because we wanted to make sure that it wasn't calling attention to the fact that the audio, because a lot of times in film, like you guys know, the audio's not coming from what's directly captured in camera. I mean, it's a little bit easier if you can do it that way, especially like you said with a smaller budget. It's hard to add stuff in post.
Yeah.
There was a movie that we just recently screened, and there's one scene where the lips don't exactly sync up. And I was like, that's voiceover, isn't it?
It's really hard to line up. So I looked it up real quick. It's automated dialogue replacement,
Okay.
ADR. But yeah, like what Andrew was saying, like on set, you're not really recording any of the sound other than the dialogue. So like everything else that you hear is done in post when you're editing, you know, finding different assets, or maybe you go out and actually film the sound effects that you're looking for.
That's where Foley artists come in. If you have the budget to hire a Foley artist, somebody with the talent that you know.
Right.
Nice. Now you said it's 6 minutes long?
Yep.
Yeah,
The
6.5.
Or 6.5? So how long did it take to shoot that?
So it kind of happened really fast, to be
Okay.
honest. So we have our podcasts, and with our podcast, I wanted to do something creative. Like I wanted to make something like all the things that we're talking about. So I told Andrew, I was like, we should really make something. You know, and we're outside my house after we filmed a few episodes, and we were talking back and forth, and he's like, you know what, I think I got an idea. And it was the little pitch of inspiration from the movie The Town. If you want to talk
Ben
about that
Affleck?
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene in The Town where Ben Affleck's character approaches Jeremy Renner's character, Jem, and he tells him that he needs help with something. He can't tell him what it is, but they're going to hurt some people, and he's like, whose car are we taking?
Yeah.
So that's the inspiration for the basis of the film. It's just a friend coming to you with something shady, but you're on board because you're a loyal friend.
So he gave me that little pitch, and I was like, that sounds great. Let's take, 3 weeks or something, and then send me a draft. In 3 days, he sent me over the first draft. I was like, that was fast. That's awesome. Let's go.
I wrote it in my phone. We were going on a trip, and when I was the passenger, I was typing up the short.
So then we went back and forth for probably like 2 weeks, refining the script, and then also planning out like when we're going to shoot and all that. We shot over the course of 2 days, and then it took 3 months to edit. So 4 months total, basically.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty good, though.
It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it's still pretty good, yeah.
Especially for our first go-around.
Yeah.
One of the fastest I've heard of so far.
Yeah. One of the guys that we met here, he was saying that he's been working on his short for 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or people that have been working on their scripts for so long, they have like 50 drafts of their script, going back to it over a period of years and years.
And you can also sometimes, when it comes to writing, because you wrote this one, so you know, but when it comes to writing, you can over-evaluate what you're doing.
yeah.
Sometimes by the
yeah.
third one, like, go with your gut instinct,
Yeah.
refine the certain key points. But I've known people that have written a script, and they're writing, and they start rewriting, okay, this section or Act 2, and then that has to then change everything in Act 1 and Act 3, and then they're like, oh, well, and then they get a completely different idea for it. It goes a different direction, and they don't know where the hell they're going with it. So
That's a really hard thing. It's an easy hole to fall into, and I think
yeah.
it happens to like anybody who's creating literally anything. I mean, if you make chairs, you probably look back at the chair and you're like, oh, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
Or whatever your talent or your interest is, it's like it's never finished.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to.
We went to a writing panel that was here today at Sunscreen, and she was like, you're never really done writing. You just finish typing onto the script.
Yeah.
It's never actually done. It's time to move on.
Right. Yeah.
And I leaned over to him, and I'm like, that's exactly how it is in the edit. You can keep editing and keep working on it, keep trying to fix the color and all this stuff, but then you'll never ever be done.
Yeah.
So at some point, you
try to-
have to move to the next stage.
Try to recognize that point where you get to that point of diminishing returns, where like the work you're putting in isn't as valuable as the progress that you're making on the project. It could be better spent on the next thing, which we are working on our next project now.
Yeah.
nice. And also, too, when it comes to the writing portion of it, you can get to the point where some people, if they're first-time writers or first time making a film and writing and everything, they're in their head, they're thinking, this thing's going to be like the next Shawshank Redemption. So they're trying to overdo it to make it so perfect. They never get to shooting it. It's like, you got to make that first movie. It may not be great. It may be bad. It may be really good. You never know. But see how your writing translates onto the screen before you decide to do any rewrites. Like, I've found a couple people that would do some experiments. They would write like a scene, and they'd have people act out that scene, and then they'd watch it, and they'd be like, okay, that does not work at all, or no, that's great, or let's continue, and then they find their kind of feel with it that way.
Yeah, there's this like comparison that I've heard before that's very representative of what we're talking about, where it was this pottery professor had 2 classes, and one of the classes, their assignment was to make the perfect pot by the end of it. That's their final exam. So they have the whole semester to make the perfect pot. And then the other class was make as many pots as you possibly can. And then at the end, the class that ended up making more pots not only had more of them,
They had better ones.
but they were even better because they had so much more practice rather than just sitting there on one and really trying to nitpick every little detail.
Yeah, that was the advice I think that you found online when you were trying to work on your art, when you were drawing for comics. They would say, like, draw the person 100 ways, draw them from 100 angles, you know? It's that's they've talked about that in the panel we went to too, the 10,000 hours rule.
Yeah.
You never really, you can become an expert when you've done something for 10,000 hours.
And whether you make something good or bad,
You made something.
You learn something from it to take to your next project.
Yeah, and you do have a finished project. You
Right.
have a finished something
Exactly.
you can show and say, this is done, and you learn from that one.
Yeah.
We could easily spend all day talking about all the movie ideas that we want to make and all the podcast topics we want to cover, but it's, you know,
Yeah, you just gotta go out there and do it.
journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Yeah.
Yep. And you said you have some ideas of a next project you're working on. Is there anything you can tell us about that, or is that kind of like hush-hush right now?
Yeah, do you want to divulge a little
Yeah,
bit?
there's a little bit of details that we can talk about. It's so our first one was like kind of a thriller drama, and this next one is going to be more in the action scene. So
Okay.
we're working on doing like fight choreography and stuff like that. So it also in our first one we only had us 2 as acting, and we had one other person. This one we're going to have a few other people in there as well. So we're expanding the pieces that are moving around in the project. So it's definitely been more work than our first one because of how complex it is. You know, like you add one little thing to a story and it increases the complexity by so much, you know.
The addition of fight choreography to this one has been it's been the most exciting thing probably, and also the most work and most difficult addition to the project, because we have one small moment that was be considered a stunt in our first film, at the risk of spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But this one is just a lot more involved. We have the whole length of the movie that involves more action, because we want to really dive into something when we do it. If we're going to do action, we want to do it with 2 feet.
You want me to tell what it's about a little bit?
Yeah, the concept.
Yeah, so the concept for this one is a hitman has taken a contract to take out his previous partner who is now retired. And this partner was also his mentor. But he's taken the contract to go eliminate him because he's no longer working with the company or whatnot, so they need to take him out.
It's like that Anakin Obi-Wan relationship.
Yeah.
So that hitman shows up to the retired hitman's house, and
Shit goes down.
yeah, everything goes down, right.
All the rest is spoilers down.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but it's been really cool. We're adding a lot more people to the crew as well, and that's also been a hurdle too, trying to figure out times to practice and meet up, and times to review the script and times to rehearse and stuff like that. Especially with the fight choreography, it's all got to land. You know, every punch has to make it look like it hits. You know, and we're also going to be having my sister's going to come on and do all the makeup and stuff. So all the blood and stuff, we have to keep track of continuity.
Yeah.
You know, like we throw a punch, okay, your knuckles a little bruised. By the end of the fight, your knuckles are bleeding, you know, because you've been hitting so many times. So there's a lot of moving pieces.
We try to be really ambitious with like our attention to detail, you know,
Yeah.
even if it's going to be a short, we want to film every moment of it like it's going to be a feature. Like we want
Yeah.
to film every moment of it like we have a budget that we don't have, or like we have skills that we don't have. Fake it till you make it. And we have very talented people that help us work on this. Like this man is very talented at editing, very talented at directing, but we try to like go beyond. You know, I when we were talking, we did a quick Q&A after our first film that we just showed in that block, and I was saying how like I'm inspired by David Fincher, and like the concept of being able to make something one day, you know, as a tenth as good as a David Fincher movie is just so exciting. So like I want to shoot to do what those people do, you know, from the beginning, and put
an important part too is writing something that's feasible as well.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, we want to push the limit, we want to expand and do something different than what we did in our first film, you know, by adding in makeup this time, adding in more stunts this time, but it all still has to be possible. Like, we can't add in a VFX you know, CGI monster when we don't have the capacity to actually make that, you know. So Andrew's done a really good job of writing to the strengths of what we do have access to, especially with our first one. You know, he wrote it in scenes that we could get to for free. You know, we didn't have to rent out a space or anything. He wrote it with me and him in mind for which role we're going to take. That way the characters, you know, because we don't have any experience acting before, so this was our first time on screen acting, so he wrote the characters with each of our strengths in mind. That way we can sell the characters as best as possible, you know. So you have to be strategic with how you push the envelope.
Yeah, definitely.
When you're talking about having like fight choreography, are you having everybody you're working with on doing that with, like an actual choreographer, or do you have somebody that's helping you out with that?
So we do most everything for our film. So we're
it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of research, but we're doing the fight choreography ourselves, both in terms of planning, rehearsing, and enacting the choreography. For the majority is the two of us.
Okay.
So we do have a assistant director, Jordan Schatzberg, who has helped us a lot with overlooking the script and helping be there the day of when we're practicing the choreography, so he can kind of have like a third person's view, because we're in the middle of the fight, you know. Sometimes we can't see what the next move might be necessarily, so he's been able to help us kind of smooth out all of the ideas that we have in our head. You know,
and it's always good to have that kind of third party looking in from the outside.
Absolutely.
He's been a huge help.
This next film, it started as just, hey, we want to film a fight scene, just a fight scene, you know, for our podcast channel, just to get practice. And then we thought of a story. And then it's like, oh, well, okay, let's think about these characters for a minute here. You know, what's their backstory? What's their experience?
I remember you saying this is turning into our next short film.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, Andrew, just write me a full script for this, all right? Like, let's make this be our next big project and just kind of go all out on it.
Nice. No, that's really cool, man. It sounds like you guys are on a steady good track. You know, you got one project done. You're already planning your next one. You're obviously clearly in process of that. But I'll ask a couple of quick things too. So, first time at Sunscreen, I believe you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, first film festival you said you've been to. What are your thoughts on how do you feel about your experience so far?
It's been a really cool experience. I mean, seeing our film played on a big screen in a true theater experience, like getting to hear the audience's live reaction to it. We did a small screening at your house with friends and family, but it was nice to just get the perspective of, you know, strangers, and to have the validation from the panel that selected us to join the film festival. It's just been a really exciting experience. I literally screamed when I saw that we were accepted into the festival in the first place. So I'm very grateful to them. I've been enjoying it loads and trying, like you said, like to learn as much as possible. Like going through this, just trying to like soak up everything I can from the experience, whether it's just enjoying it or learning from everybody else. I'm sorry if I said all the words in the English language before you had the chance to put them together.
No, yeah, it's been an awesome experience, and we put very little pressure on this first film. You know, like we didn't have necessarily the intentions to submit it to any festivals. We just wanted to, again, make it for the experience and for our YouTube channel, and maybe eventually, you know, like we'll kind of go down that route. But then as we were going through the process, we were like, you know what, might as well, you know, like, so we had some people like, no, you guys should submit it, and we did, and we ended up getting some accepted, and it's been really cool too, like sitting down and watching all the other films that were in our block and stuff, and kind of seeing what they were able to do. especially some of them with the 48-hour challenges and stuff. Like, it's crazy that they're able to get that whole complete story in 2 days, you know, like. So it was really cool being able to talk and pick people's brain of how they went about things, and also maybe build connections too for future projects.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, so coming from, you know, guys who know some of the people that run the film festival, and we've been coming here for doing the podcast for the film festival for a few years now, take advantage of all that. This is not a competitive film. I mean, everybody wants to win, but we said it.
Sure.
Everybody is willing to, you know, help you out with stuff, information. Like, nobody's been like, I'm not going to tell you how I did that because I want to make sure I'm the only one.
Right. No gatekeeping.
Everybody
here.
is willing to give information, network. If you can, you know, if you get the opportunity to check out some of like the after events. Yeah. Definitely go to those. You know, everything's really good. Whatever workshops you can get into if you're interested in them. But there's so many people here that we've interviewed over the past few years that also then meet other people. And, I met that guy, and this guy gave me his card. And then next thing you know, they're talking to each other and stuff. So it's just a great opportunity. So definitely take advantage of it. And your next film, keep entering your films here, you know, because this is Film Festival. It's the 19th anniversary or 19th year that they've done it. So they definitely know what they're doing. They're doing something right.
For sure.
It's getting bigger and bigger. But yeah, so wanted to just say thank you guys for joining us.
Absolutely.
You know, we really appreciate it. We love hearing about people's films, and if you're around over the weekend and you want to stop back up and say hey, feel free.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks so much for having us.
No, absolutely. We had a great time. And for the audience members, we will be back shortly with more interviews, more Sunscreen to come in the next 2 days. We might be getting ready to wrap up in a little while, but Saturday and Sunday are still going strong. Day 2 Sunscreen Film Festival. But until then, for Movie Talks Jill, we are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And to our special guest.
I've been Andrew DiCristina with Backseat Directing.
And Aaron Tate with Backseat Directing.
All right, guys, take care. All right, everybody, welcome back to with Movie Talks and Chill at Sunscreen Film Festival, Day 2. We are your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And our special guest, run it down the line for us.
Darwin, we got 2 movies this year, everyone. Sarah, a movie I produced in Colombia. It's a feature film, and then one movie that I made in Sweden, No Tail, and I have the executive producer and the producer right there.
Yeah, Edward Osredkar, the executive producer for No Tail, and it's great to be here tonight.
Hello guys, this is Steven Warburg, and I'm happy to be here again. It's the second year in a row, man. I love to be here. Hey. So we have these 2 movies over here, and I'm happy, to see my movies on the big screen again and again.
How you doing? It's your boys, Caddy Boy Records. One of the music producers on a No Tail film. Again, Tony and the crew. Great to be here. Great to be back. Great to see you guys back.
Absolutely, man.
We're having you guys back.
And there's a lot of people that's not here at the moment, but they all know who they are. That's part of the Darwin Rihanna team. And we're just going to continue to rock and build.
Absolutely, man. So, can you tell us anything about No Tail?
Definitely, man.
Strictly hush-hush.
Yeah. No Tail is a short film that we shot in Sweden, in Stockholm. All right, and it's talking about the mafia in Stockholm, right? Which doesn't really exist in Stockholm. Sweden is a very peaceful country, right? So that was the idea, to make something the opposite, right? Mm-hmm. Mafia, killing, drugs, which is it's not. It happens, but not really in a high level like other countries, right? Mm-hmm. So that was the point, and then the point of the whole film is that there is no honor among thieves, and everybody knows that, right? So that's what I was trying to do. Mm-hmm. I brought Mr. Edward and Steven on board, and Caddy, and then Mr. Edward, you were one of the executive producers. How you feeling about that?
Yes, I'm only glad to contribute what I could to be an executive producer for the film. It's got a good plot. It's suspenseful. I don't want to give it too much away, but it'll keep you on the edge of your seats. So that's all I have to say about that. So you'll just have to see the film just to see how it comes out and how it keeps you on the edge of your seats.
Nice.
Right. Tony, and I forgot to say, Movie Talks, guys, thank you so much. This is my second year. You guys have me here. Tony, Patrick, and Gavin, really appreciate what you guys do, and this is beautiful. Look at this setup you guys have. Thank you so much, guys.
We appreciate you guys coming
Every
back.
year we're
man.
here, we promise you guys will have a seat at the table.
You guys get first dibs of interviews with us,
thank
man.
you.
Come on down.
Great.
Producer
But
of
no,
No
it's-
Tail, go ahead, buddy.
So about the movie,
Yeah, how you get involved?
well, this is like my second movie and being a producer. Besides the one we had in Nicaragua, we're gonna have it here next year, hopefully. And we're gonna close it out here before we go to Nicaragua and we do the last screening. But that movie, No Tell, is very good, and I can tell that sometimes things don't go the way you want to go. Somebody else want more than the other guy,
Yeah, okay.
And so it's good. It's good. I recommend you to go see it.
Nice.
Yeah, the good thing about the movie that you guys gonna really love is the fact that you're gonna see something that's gonna keep you, awake. You know what I'm saying? Awake.
Yeah.
And it's definitely gonna have you like, wow, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be questioning yourself like, why did that happen? but as you get to the end of the movie, you're gonna just be like, you're gonna see the justification and everything, and it's gonna really make sense to you, and you're gonna be like, wow, I want to watch that again because I think I missed something. And that's what the goal is, okay? Make you rewatch it again so that you see what you missed, because we all watch movies.
It's like watching it on that second time. You're
seeing
all the stuff in the background.
You see the subliminals. You're like, how did I miss that? Where did that person come from? So right out of the gate, you're gonna see. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Because even myself, I had to watch it 2 or 3 times just to be like, how the hell did I miss that? Was I looking at my was I looking at my phone? Did I go somewhere? Did someone say something to me and I looked at him, then I turned back around and you missed the pivotal part.
Yep.
It happens. We do it all the time.
It took me about 7 or 8 times watching the movie Memento to catch
everything.
I don't know how 20 times, probably.
I don't know how you caught everything after only 7.
Yep.
It's been taking notes on entire number 6.
And I want to focus on you guys, but just an interesting fact in case you didn't know about the movie. With Memento, if the final straw is, it's black and white and colored that goes back and forth. Mm-hmm. The black and white is the beginning of the movie to the middle. The color is the end of the movie to the middle, but they're playing, so it's beginning, end. Next to beginning, next to end. So it's an interesting fact.
I got it. See.
Christopher Nolan, huh?
Yeah. Listen, that's why you sure not.
Like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, yeah.
You said you guys, this was a short film. How long is the movie?
Yeah,
itself?
it's 13 minutes.
13 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is the one, and then we have one from Colombia, which is a feature film. That we've been, winning awards, really good awards, been in good festivals, and we did this movie. Martin is not here; he's here somewhere else. He doesn't speak that much English, anyways. And it's talking about justice in Colombia, right? How it works, right? It's playing the situation, and there's a story of love in the middle, to try to, put the movie in the center. We need love, anyways.
Absolutely.
And it's something that talks something really completely different in Colombia. Colombia have this cliché of drugs and stuff like that, right? But this movie talking about justice and love. Okay. What happened when you mix all of that together. So it's a feature film. Actually, we have a theatrical release in Colombia.
Okay.
The whole country for a month. Yeah, in most of the cities.
Nice.
So that's a big success, and that's for distribution. And now I'm going back to Cannes. We're going back to Cannes always.
Yes, sir.
Try to get more distribution for the film. Yeah. Because short films are short films. It's like practice. Have fun, but you don't go nowhere with short films.
Yeah.
You need feature films. And now we're working on my next feature film finally. Yeah.
Nice.
Right here, it's a $1 million budget in the film. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what though. You say short films don't go anywhere, but I followed you on your social media. You're everywhere. You're going everywhere. So I think this stuff is taking you places.
And a whole crew
right?
too.
Yeah.
We guys are
everywhere,
we got
man.
The biggest camp in the game. When we pull up, they're like, "Damn, how many is it? How many passes we got to get out?"
It's like every time we show up to a film festival, it's like old family reunion work. It's how you doing, how you been. So we've been building up those relationships.
Absolutely.
It's really great. Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
What we gotta say about this festival, guys? Come on,
this festival it's like family. It's like family. It's all the relationships.
Say the name of the festival.
The Sunscreen Film Festival, 19th year. Wow, man, it was just overwhelming coming in. just so much going on, so many people, so many contacts, a lot of new people, a lot of old people. It's just like seeing your distant relatives and embracing and the love was just unspeakable. Yeah. I mean, look at you guys. You know what I'm saying? Money. I was looking forward to jump on Money Talks. You know what I'm saying? I was like, downstairs. I was like, you're always somewhere hiding. I don't know where he be at. Tony be in the front and center, you know, scoping up the scene, looking around. He's towers over everybody. So that's I can see all y'all from a distance. You know what I'm saying? But
I saw y'all walking up.
That's right. So, but yeah, it's great.
Steve, about the festival.
Man, the festival is great, you know, and this year I'm gonna see my brother here.
Nice.
You know who my brother is? Ho Hogan.
Well,
he's gonna be here today.
Okay.
So he's coming, you know. I talked to him before coming here. I say, man, this is the festival you gotta be.
Yeah,
the
nice.
best one in South Florida.
Very cool,
So
man.
he listened to me, so he's gonna be here tonight.
Did you tell him that he has to interview with Money Talks?
Oh yeah, man.
It has to be mandatory.
It's key on him showing up.
But you know, we get treated here like a family. We love Tony. You know, everyone here. You know, we see Tony in Cannes every year. So we're gonna keep coming. We gotta go back home and make some movies, make some film. Because if we don't have no film, we're still gonna come. No matter.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You thought we were gonna say I'm not gonna come.
What are you gonna say about the festival?
I've just got to say that there's something always going on. There's such a variety of the events here, whether it's the mingling, connecting, workshops, screenings. It's just a great variety of events here, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I know Darwin and Steve and Caddy and myself and everybody else associated with it, just having a ball here, and it's a pleasure to come back for another year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just to add, I love coming here because the eateries, you know, around this demographic is so crazy. Like, I just had the best ice cream. I can't even say the name, Patacchio, but whatever it is, whatever the gluten-free ice cream parlor around the corner, it was epic. You know what I'm saying? And we just like to go chill at the cabanas and hang out and, you know what I'm saying, and eat good food and meet good waitresses in here. I love the environment here. It's comfortable, it's warm, and we all gotta get together this black crib down here.
Yeah, man.
Come on, y'all.
Then we don't have to wait a year to see you guys.
You do not want to buy him
I hope Tony and Movie Talks come to Barcelona, man.
Yeah,
We
man,
would love to come
We
to
got to get you to come to
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
All right.
We're not saying no.
we send you the
We
spot.
got to figure out how to get there.
Hey, I send you my plane.
All the equipment.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe.
Yes, there you go.
You know what? That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Right.
This year could be your year.
Yeah.
Movie talks and travel.
Right. Just
We're gonna be on the
consider it
plane
your
just
second
recording
home,
lavalier
and you won't have any problem getting there.
On
You'll be
hour
going
7,
back
someone
home.
come
You
kill
won't
me.
regret it for a bit.
Trust me, we will definitely be talking about that
that's right.
possibility of us coming out there. That is not out of the realm. We just got to figure out how to make it work. So, but definitely, guys, you're here all weekend, right?
Yeah.
As
Oh, yeah,
usual.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
come back tomorrow or Sunday. Join us again. Want
Wait,
to talk with you guys more?
I have to ask, where's
Okay.
everyone's favorite suave, debonair, son of a bitch, Alejandro?
Oh.
Yo, listen. He has a whole new look.
Oh.
Hey, you still gotta keep him away from your daughters and your wives.
Right.
His catchphrase is just like, you know.
You wanna?
Yeah, you know. Yo, it's simple. He don't even speak the English.
Oh.
You did not believe
You could not believe. You can't imagine. You can't imagine.
You're so beautiful.
Son of a bitch!
Oh man, this is awesome. This has been a good time. And listen, seriously, we want to talk to you again before you guys head out. So tomorrow or Sunday,
Guaranteed.
we're up here. We're going to be here between 9:30 and 6 every day.
Okay.
Sunday might be a little bit of a shorter day, but definitely tomorrow 9:30 to 6.
If you're not here, we'll wait for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just everything will be up, man.
Yeah, just go ahead and start the mic.
Yeah. You can start running the show, man. I'll be like, I'll just be kicking back.
Right.
But that is all the time for now, guys. Sunscreen, continuation of day 2. More interviews to come in the coming days, Saturday and Sunday. Great time as always. But until then, for Movie Talks and Chill, we're your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And run it down the line for me, gentlemen.
Darwin right now.
Edward S. Redcar.
1, 2.
Your boy's Caddy. Caddy Boy Records.
All right, guys, take care.
I told you that story, I tell you this story.
All right, guys, we are back at Sunscreen Film Festival Day 2, continuing. We are your hosts. I am Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
And to our special guest, run it down the line, gentlemen.
I'm Steve Stein with the AI thriller Deep Awakening.
Melvin Algas with Distancia and producer of Deep Awakening as well.
Michael Robert Kessler, and we have a production company. It's called Bad Monkey Pictures that he didn't mention, that he didn't plug. He doesn't care.
Apparently not.
Plug Where the Rainbows Are Born film.
I'm just gonna get out the shirt. Boom. Just like, here's Bad Monkey Pictures. Here it is, man.
Well, first of all, let me say, Michael, good seeing you again, man.
You too,
It's
man.
been a while.
Thank you.
Been a whole year. We've just been talking with some of the other guys. It's like
It
it's
has
almost
been.
like Christmas time, basically,
I've
where the
been
whole
watching you
family
guys
gets
on-
back together.
I've been checking out your guys' social media, so I feel like we've been really close.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. I know,
We're on
right?
the shot?
No,
Okay.
not even close to being on the show.
Damn it.
Get closer.
How am I supposed to get closer? This is very...
There you go.
It's just it's about to be really intimate. Don't worry about it.
Yes, yes.
It's about to be really
If
intimate.
there's anything I know about business partners, you want to get close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys snuggle? That's cool.
Well, those two do.
Yeah.
I'm usually editing and doing something else. They have to.
While they're
Hey,
snuggling?
we're sharing a hotel room tonight, buddy.
All they have to do is show up and talk, and
You
then
get-
they snuggle, and then I edit.
So you guys live down the street, but you rented a hotel room anyways?
Yeah, basically.
That's
Not right down the street. No, we're like in the
That's
like
good
Largo
partnership.
area, man.
In the Largo area,
Yeah.
you rented a hotel room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you never know when
sound,
you never
so
know
I'm
when
driving home.
you never know when drinking's going to be involved. So
Oh, man.
better safe than sorry.
Oh, that's true.
And save the
I
money
get
on an
it.
Uber ride, you know.
Let's get it.
You know.
fair.
It's
We work
autopilot.
hard all day. It's time to have a drink later on. you know?
Damn
Oh,
right.
damn right it is, man.
So-
been here so early in the morning, just watching our films, man. Like this is a great film festival. I gotta say, and I don't like. We've been to like all of us collectively have been to different film festivals around the area, and to me, this is like by far my favorite. Like this is one that at least like. There's a lot more panels, there's a lot more people involved, there's a lot of things happening, and that is something that, as a filmmaker, a local filmmaker, I really do appreciate.
And there's a podcast happening upstairs right now.
And there's a podcast
Absolutely.
happening upstairs.
That just is like the icing on the cake right
Yeah.
there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
the
Exactly.
cherry on top, man.
We're the amuse bouche.
It's like having a helicopter, you know? It's just like a little...
That's something special.
Yeah.
You know? Not everybody has
Nice
it.
house.
See, I
like
told you we should have put that on the budget, Tony.
Next year.
Expensive, all right?
Yeah, expensive.
First, we got to figure out how to get to Barcelona.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I got a lot of things to work on.
Barcelona for Darwin's show.
Well, if we had a
Helicopter.
helicopter, we could get that.
yeah, we have a
man.
helicopter.
It'll make it probably a quarter out, a helicopter.
Do what?
To Barcelona from here, it'll make it a quarter out.
Yeah.
You know.
See how far.
Found a nice island.
I hear
Still
the
high
Bahamas
enough.
are nice this year.
Yeah, right.
Just fly high enough so you can glide the rest of the way when you run out of
Well,
gas.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just make
Well,
stops.
it's just about falling with style. That's all it is.
We'll just make stops. Refuel, go back up, refuel.
Of course.
That's it. You just keep landing in the ocean and refueling.
The U.S. has to have a carrier fleet out there somewhere. We could just land on that.
A hydro-powered helicopter.
Yeah,
I figured it out.
It runs on hopes and dreams.
That's right. So does this show.
That was low hanging fruit right there. That was good.
Yes, it was.
Oh man. So, you guys been out here checking out things all day. You have one here, correct?
Yes, we have Distancia. It's a drama that we just actually came out of it from Bad Monkey Pictures.
More like a tragedy, but
It's like a it's a nice little tragedy. We wanted to make
very
something,
uplifting.
but it's something that we are very proud of. Something that it's been a couple years in the making, but it's something that now seeing it come to fruition and how people are enjoying it. And what it means to them, because we don't like making films that give you everything at the very end, like, oh, I know exactly what I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think something needs to be left to the viewer, and I think our film does that pretty well.
Lifetime movies are good too.
And then he says that.
I've been trying to get these assholes to do a Lifetime review episode, and they won't do it.
Look, we already did a Hallmark Christmas review.
Wait, how would a Lifetime review thing work? Like, where you guys act like you're in a Hallmark movie?
No, we would all watch a separate Lifetime movie and then just pick out all the inconsistencies.
Oh, I can help you, dude. With my wife, every year we watch about 37 of them, probably more. She starts November 1st. We watch them all the way to January, even to February a little bit, and then you got Valentine's Day, so there's a little bit more. But we watch film after film after film after film, and they're all exactly the. No, you know what? I'm talking shit about other people's films. There is a formula to it. I understand how it works. It's like it's the same thing with just different characters. It's beautiful. They make money. All right, you guys are great. Like, yeah, Lifetime, you're awesome. Hallmark, you're amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start talking shit about everyone's film this whole place in a second.
Don't worry. When they look up where it come from, we'll come up first.
Yeah.
So next time,
I'm gonna say you guys influenced me.
Next time Patrick comes up with another one of these horrible ideas about reviewing
I've only got
Hallmark,
like 30 of them.
I'm gonna reach out to you. You just give me the clip notes of what the movie is, and then I don't have to watch it.
I'll come do it with you. I'll bring my wife.
Please.
We'll sit here and we'll review the shit out of some Lifetime movies. It'll be.
I am down to do that. I had 2.5 pages of notes the last Hallmark movie I watched.
And we can have a few of them, like the newest one, rolling behind us, and we can all dress in like winter clothes in the summer.
But how do you really feel about Lifetime movies? Seriously,
I love them. It makes me closer to my wife.
Appeal coming up, so we may be getting a lot more of them.
Oh wow!
What about it? What is it?
Lori Loughlin has an appeal coming up, so we may be starting.
You're gonna get 16 this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 16 brand new ones. We do have a Lifetime and a Hallmark like thing. I live in Dunedin, so like we have probably 3 films a year from Lifetime or Hallmark, like filmed there every single year. There, it's Safety Harbor, that whole area right there. So we see a lot of that action.
Nice. Very cool, man.
I love Lifetime.
Please don't sue.
Yes. The opinions of Robert Kessler are not the opinions of Movie Talks and Children.
But to be fair,
I do agree though.
Even Lifetime movies, like now, what's happening, like in Dunedin, I'll go back to Dunedin real quick, and there's so many beautiful places there, and it's just like, whatever the plot may be, it still looks beautiful, and they're doing a really good job in Dunedin.
That's what it is. It's the fantasy that my wife wants to live in that doesn't exist, you know? Like, it's just, everyone's happy all the time. Everything works out for everyone, and the town's beautiful, and they make snow in the summertime. Like,
I went to Dunedin in high school. I know it's not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's snow in the summertime there, too. Lots of snow in Florida.
That's just dandruff. A lot of dandruff fall.
We have spray snow.
That's actually the meth.
Nowhere else in the country you'll have a meth-addicted squirrel.
Nope. Only in Newport Richie.
Everybody.
Newport Richie and surrounding areas. We have a lot of squirrels on meth.
Meth squirrels.
Meth squirrels.
That's what this
I'm
is.
sorry if you're from Newport Richie. I love you.
You have to do a lot of apologies, and I love you. I love you.
At the end, just apologize.
It's gonna be like, ooh,
And Michael
They're only gonna use 3/4.
Lifetime Hallmark squirrel.
You apologize to these people at the end. That's beautiful. I like that.
Somehow the Bush administration. I don't know where we went on that one.
Sorry to speaking about the vagina thing was earlier. Never mind.
Yeah. We've already talked about
This is not you guys.
We weren't recording the box.
Rachel and Julia had to apologize
Your
for that.
retraction, apologies, and I love yous remind me of that scene in Happy Gilmore when he's yelling at his girlfriend through the door. And he's like, I've seen those finger paints and they suck. And he's like, I'm sorry, baby. I love them. Excellent finger paints.
They are well timed after all. Yeah. Right after. I love this. I love that. Jesus.
That's what I got. I got good timing. See, I said nothing.
So about you guys? Have you guys seen any movies here that really have been like, oh shit, this is kind of cool?
We've been sitting in these chairs all day.
So you haven't seen any movies?
But the thing is,
dude, we need to send you. I want to send you guys our film, and then you guys can talk shit about it on here.
But we were fortunate enough
to
help
talk shit
out.
about movies.
I'll do it. I'll be your puppet.
Hey, as long as our film's being talked about, I'm cool with that.
Totally.
There is no bad
There is no such thing as bad publicity.
No, seriously, send it. I would love to see it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
We did get a chance to see some movies before they even got here, so we were helping Doug and them with some of the pre-screenings.
Nice.
So on their committee of people, because there's so many films that get submitted
it's
that it's overwhelming to a few people to try to get them all judged. So we told him we'd help out a little. So I think I screened like 50 or 60 different films between shorts and full-length
I
features.
screened 2 features and about 18 short films.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So we did technically get to see some stuff. Not all of them obviously made
I know
made
of
it
at least
here,
one that made it into the festival, and it premieres tomorrow afternoon in the Sci-Fi block.
Which is it?
It's called 1886.
1886.
Yeah. Okay. Really good fight choreography in that.
It's a sequel to 1885.
I'm actually looking forward to.
It's actually.
It's the prequel to 1886.
I know. They just made this one less violent.
I don't know. I'm actually kind of looking forward to I Feel Fine. Yeah, something that Ben produced. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I saw the trailer on that. That's one with Corin Nemec where he plays the father of the kid that's like basically suicidal or extreme depression.
That
everything.
was played by Elijah Passmore. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
He's really, really
just
good.
from watching the trailer, I was like, I would like to see this movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
Corin
fantastic.
looks like he did an amazing job. We haven't had a chance to see it yet. We're definitely going to watch that tomorrow.
Nice.
If we make it after drinking.
That's fair.
Copious amounts
See,
of alcohol
if you would have
tonight.
gotten a hotel room, you wouldn't have that problem, man.
I'll just walk home. It's fine.
I'm only coming from Bowery. It's only an hour and 20 away. It's fine.
So when I was looking at traffic for when we were going home, it was still set on walking from when we went to lunch, and it's like it's going to take you 4.5 hours to get home. I was like, oh, traffic must be bad today. Oh, clicked on car, 29 minutes. Okay.
You're like, why am I in an alley? Like, why am I cutting through a parking lot at Publix?
Right?
Samsonite, I was way off.
Now, if you're driving an old school Geo Metro, yes, it still might have taken that long by car.
Probably.
3 cylinders of pure power.
It's an amazing vehicle. It's a good one.
They're like cockroaches. They'll still run after decades.
They will. Nuclear holocaust, they're still going.
Oh,
dude.
they're still going. They only get
Carrying
stronger.
Twinkies and cockroaches.
Yeah, they're stronger, but yeah.
They're going to rule the world, man. Things that survive.
Yes.
Chernobyl cockroaches, man, they're the worst.
I heard they carry disease.
Just a bunch of Toyota Corollas.
To say the least, yeah. To say the least, yeah.
That's basically what a Metro is with 3 cylinders.
Yep.
That is what it is. Actually, I had a friend in high school got one convertible because he thought that would make it cool.
A convertible Metro?
Yes.
Wow. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, just put that in your head for a second.
So did he like take it home and make it convertible? Like
No, he's
It
like,
came
man,
off the lot?
he's like, dude, this is gonna be the coolest thing. He always wanted a convertible. Finally found the $2,000 to buy a Geo Metro convertible.
Problem is,
we're
this
not
was last
expensive
year.
cars.
You got ripped off, dude.
I know, right?
Was it green?
No, it was.
Oh, damn it.
No,
I was
he,
picturing it
he was
green.
doing pre midlife crisis, so he's like, got to go red, got to get a convertible. I'm like,
That's
but
what
it's
you
still
do.
a Geo Metro.
It's a fucking Metro, dude. It's like midlife crisis. Go to Corvette. He's like, no, I got something
Metro,
different
man.
planned. I got a Metro.
He's like, I'm cruising down Clearwater Beach, ready to pop the top down.
Picking up 65-year-olds and taking their medication. Yeah.
Start it up. He has the cord he has to pull every time.
that's a good short.
Yeah, it is. Just taking them to the store and stealing their meds.
Geo cruising.
Yeah. It's just.
You can already see the gears turning. He's writing the script.
You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Movie Talks and Chill.
The Metro murders.
That's good.
3 cylinders at a time.
Well, the real question is Chevy going to license this idea?
I bet you.
They don't care. Chevy's be like, do whatever you want with it.
It's like it's a Metro.
Let
it fail for you like it failed for us.
The movie's going to do so good, they're going to bring the car back, and that's going to be like the cause of every death of every millennial on the street, because they don't know how to check rearview mirrors, because they're always looking they just all back into each other in parking lots.
Don't use it as a getaway car. You're going to commit crime.
Unless you're being chased by one.
I love how we're
It'll look like that.
structure for this. I love it. It's the whole 3-act structure.
I'm already now reworking into
By
a
bad
bad
motivation.
version of the Italian Job. Instead of Mini Coopers, we have souped up Geo Metros.
Yeah, it's almost that. It sounds like a gang war, dude.
Yeah.
It does. It sounds like we have to fight for territory in this one.
Oh shit! It's the G-Mets. They're coming, man. They're coming for us.
Yeah, every gang has a different color, dude. And greens and purples.
Look at that. We already have textures and shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
What, purple for the Latin Kings.
The outline's
red for the
almost done.
Bloods.
You guys send me this recording so I haven't been taking notes or anything.
Auto game.
Yeah, you got
Right.
it. That's the new cheat code.
Yeah. This is amazing. I love how we've talked about nothing that has to do with our film.
Yeah, correct.
No, I think it's okay. I love this more.
It's the most interesting plugin.
We've been watching our film for a year, and through the editing process of 2 months, it was probably 10 years worth of stuff to watch. So it's okay. We love our film, but this is.
But I want to talk about it.
All right.
All I got so far was tragedy and drama.
Yes.
Tragedy and drama.
That's the information we got from you guys so far. So give us some more.
It's a movie about tragedy and drama. It was all shot in New York, and it was during the pandemic. We shot it, and it was during winter time, and it was 20-degree weather. We were outside shooting, and the idea of it, we wanted to create a simple short that the protagonist says not one word, and he's only listening to voice notes from his daughter, and he's reacting only to everything she's saying, and he's going through the entire city, trying to rekindle in his way with her, without having her present, and going through all the places that she's always wanted to go to New York, and leaving something behind of hers in every place that she goes.
I saw some insanity in it because of the fact that, like, you know, if you're looking at things, this is a real film. It's the universe exists in our universe. It's not like something that's exaggerated, you know. So for somebody to listen to something and go through that, it's like, has this person heard this before? So when I saw the footage when I was putting it together, I was like, this is the a millionth time he's listened to this thing. It reminded me of a man or a woman who would go to their spouse's or somebody's grave and every day and keep putting that flower there and keep reliving that moment over and over, because they feel that, like, without that pain, like, there's no connection left, you know, to be able to go through that turmoil over and over and over again. At least he's connected to her, because if you can feel that emotion, at least there's something that's tying them together with those things, you know.
Nice.
That's the film.
That's film.
No, yeah, it was
tragedy
really,
and drama.
Tragedy.
It's called tragedy and drama.
Yeah, and it was just. I knew I was leaving New York. I knew I was going to be moving to Florida. So to me, it was almost like, I don't want to be like cliche or anything like that, but it was almost like my love letter, my sayonara, I'm getting the fuck out of New York note. It was like that last thing, and I think it turned into something that I really, really love. But it took a while to get there, if I'm being honest, because like we were having the same conversation in the block, and we were saying, like, the first time that I came around to actually editing this, the first editor actually was just like, nah, dude, this is I don't know what to make of this. This is just like a music video if you want to do that. And then it kind of broke my heart a little. I'm like, fuck, dude, I poured my heart into this. And then a couple years passed, and then I moved down here, and then I link up with Michael, and he's like, hey man, do you have anything that every filmmaker has that one thing, whether it's a scene, whether it's a full short, whatever. Every filmmaker has that one thing they've shot that they've put in the back burner because they don't know what to make of it.
Or they were caught on fire.
So then he's like, hey man, like, do you have anything? And we're like, you know what? Yeah, I got the perfect thing. And then he saw it. He's like, dude, this is amazing. Like, give me a month of this.
And I told them word for word what I saw and what I thought, along the lines of what I just said, along with like another hour and a half conversation of where I saw it and where I was like, dude, I know exactly what to do with this. And he was like, have it. And I said, okay, but the deal is that you can't see it while I'm doing it.
Which
I got an editor that's going to do it. I'm going to sit in the room. We're going to cut it, and you can't watch it.
But I think something that I got from the process is it's perspective. And the perspective that I had from it was like, I don't know. Like, so many people saying, like, dude, I don't know what to make of this. Like, it gets to you as an artist, as a film, whatever. It gets to you, and then somebody else with a different perspective, like, listen, like, let's do something with this. Like, it's not that I'm gonna drastically change it. I'm gonna do something along the lines of what you already did. It's all done. It's just a matter of re-editing it in a way that it's more cohesive and it hits you with the punch the way it's supposed to.
It's a lot easier to grab someone's shit and kill their darlings instead of your own. You know, I call myself a piece of shit every day. But to be able to look at somebody else that's calling themselves a piece of shit and to understand that and to be able to pull them out of that and grab something and show them how beautiful it is, like, that was the most beautiful part, is to be able to, like, look, this is what you made, and show it to him. And he's like, there it is. There it fucking is, you know? And that was just beautiful.
And it was the first time that I'm like, I saw it, and that one tear is super, it's stupid, but yeah, it's like the one, it's like, I felt like
he put a fake tear in, though, and he filmed himself in the mirror.
No, it was like a full 360 kind of thing.
It's Magnum.
But it was something that I think just helped me as a filmmaker in my career to really, like, you know what? We can keep doing this. And that's when, after that, that's when Michael and I started sitting down, like, hey man, let's
consummate a relationship.
Sure.
Let's cuddle.
Yeah, let's cuddle.
Snugs.
Let's do the snuggies.
Let's watch some Hallmark movies, man.
And that's how we started.
Yeah,
doing-
we're in a new generation, dude. Like snuggle time, dude.
And then that's how we started doing more work, and that's where Bad Monkey Pictures was born.
www.badmonkeypictures.com.
He's not wrong.
Solid plug.
Speaking of plugs.
But yeah, and his movie, that's something else, dude. Like that movie.
And he DP'd his film.
All right, so I produced his movie, and I also was a cinematographer of his film.
Nice.
I carried shit up the stairs for it.
You also fell asleep at some point.
I did. I fell asleep. That wasn't me. That was everyone else.
That was Gian and that was Weston.
Yeah, they fell asleep.
No, he didn't fall asleep. It was
No,
Weston.
I don't
and
ever
Gian.
fall asleep.
It was adorable. They both had the exact same pose. So. They were not snuggling, though.
That's the thing. Like, we're just trying to, like, we all collaborate in our films. We all do stuff together, and we trust each other and each other's process. We all have different process, and that's fair. But yeah, like his film, that's another one. I don't want to like it's over there. Yeah, like Deep Awakening is something. I think the what it's about is it's about AI and how it's changing our platform, the way we see and how we make films, the way we perceive what's going to happen in the next 5 years or less. And it's something that I really appreciate making because it was. I remember 2017. Remember the deepfakes? Remember all that stuff? Deepfakes. And when it first came out, Tom Cruise, Obama, I think it was Trump, Putin, and one of the things that really caught my eye was they said it takes 45 minutes of somebody speaking and showing in camera to be able to get there. Today, how long is it now?
It actually now it only takes 7 seconds
Jesus
of your
Christ.
audio recording, and that's actually a tool from Microsoft itself. So there are many other tools out there now beyond just that can replicate this. And so with Deep Awakening, it's a story about where a moment in time where people who are on video chat calls all across the country have their videos interrupted by a hacktivist group who've broken into popular video chat applications and put an important message. And so this was really born out of this perspective where knowing it can only take 7 seconds these days to record. Wow. Well, I live here in Florida, but I moved here from Chicago. All my closest friends are still back in Chicago, and we have all these video calls where we're talking for hours and hours. Well, if you're talking to the people you're closest with for hours, what are you doing in that time? You're showing the way you think, the way you process information. You're sharing everything that it takes to be able to accurately replicate it. Imagine if that was hacked into, and that information, that metadata, could be tracked and turned into training a tool, into training an AI on you. Well, it's easy then to replicate.
I think we
trick
need to
and scam people.
So
I
is
think
this
we need
how
to
Skynet
rethink
was
our
made?
YouTube channel.
Is that what this is?
take
Are
that-
we pre-Skynet now?
Take that bitch
Pre-Skynet.
I
Sarah
don't want that
Connor is
people
right there.
stealing me.
My man,
Be
you saw
afraid.
Sora, right? You saw what Sora did, right?
Trust me.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to steal you, Patrick. You're fine.
Well, that
I'm
is
not worried about
offensive.
But
But
the
true.
reality is, you may get a call from your parents one day. And this is something that's already happened.
I don't answer the phone for them.
Okay,
Spam.
from your daughter.
I love you, Mom.
but that's the thing, though. You may get a call from your daughter, and it can be a video call, and you may believe that it's really them, and it's not. And that is where this tech already is. It's insane. And so this is a canary in a coal mine kind of story to be like, hey, everyone be aware this is something real that's happening.
Speaking of AI, so I've been out of frame the whole time. Maybe you guys can like cut my head and put it in here, and even if my lips aren't moving, just put my words over it.
I'll put your
Please do, dude. I would
like
love
moving
that.
lips?
I can just sit here like that, dude. If you can do that, like put chicken lips on it or something, that would be amazing, dude. Like really, like 10-year-old AI. Like I just want an emoji on my face like a duck.
We'll do
You
what
can do that.
what Conan O'Brien used to do in the old Conan O'Brien shows, where they would have like the fake lips over the their
If
face
you
and
can do
it'd be
that
like,
for me, I would be so happy. I will bring. I will do every Lifetime review with you guys. I'll watch them all.
You'll be doing every
For
time
you.
review with Patrick.
Yeah.
Me and Gavin will call and say that.
I'll watch them
Got
for
a
you.
thing go with the place.
Yeah, if you give me the notes on it, on what it's about, I'll be happy to talk about it. Then I don't have to watch it.
Pansy. Just watch the movie.
It's horrible.
You just want to get on here and just talk shit about them.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Oh, yeah, I want to dunk on it so hard.
Yeah,
That's what I want to
Pansy,
do.
Pansy said the one guy who can't watch it.
I've watched the original.
And you won't watch the new one because
Fuck no.
it's too scary.
Oh, come on.
Can't do scary movies?
Yeah, no.
The new
No?
one is
I don't
so
like
awesome.
scary
I'm
movies.
excited to see
Honestly,
the
I'm with
series
you.
that's
He keeps
coming out.
sending me more and more
Well,
scary.
well,
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna
I
watch
think
it. It's like this
there's-
thing keeps building up.
Something
seeing
so
it.
beautiful
I'm just
about the way that they
excited for
film
the
those
idea.
movies. They take chances
brain
because
has
nobody gives a
decided
fuck.
it
Like,
looks
oh, it's a horror
awesome.
movie. So they do things that like people just don't do. I think it's amazing.
It's like when you come to one of these things and somebody asks, "Well, why does this happen?" And then someone says, "Creative choice." It's just creative choice. Creative choice.
Movie magic.
Movie magic. Creative choice.
Wanted that
Whatever.
reaction.
Yeah, I have a story I tell watching a movie with my ex-wife, and we were watching it was the first remake of the Ninja Turtles movie. And
Very
it's
scary.
Megan Fox. So there's a scene there where they're fighting the Foot Clan, and they're sliding down the hill of the mountain, and they're just beating the shit out of the Foot Clan the whole time. But they all arrive at the bottom of the mountain unscathed, and she just looks and goes, "Ha! That wouldn't happen." This entire movie, there have been 8-foot tall, walking, talking turtles doing karate, and that's where you draw the line.
If they did it now, they can make them look injured
Kevin
now.
Smith had that happen at a panel about Superman, Man of Steel, and someone's like, "It just didn't feel realistic." And they're like, "Really? You found it unrealistic? A movie about a man from a foreign planet flying across the world? Okay. Glad this is the
They
hill you
get
chose to
energy
die."
from our fucking sun. I'm like, come on.
I believe the sun part.
I believe the sun part.
I mean, the sun does provide energy
He
for a
is
lot
an
of things.
overplane, I
It
guess.
is all
Yes,
It seems like it was an easy thing to put. Like when they were coming up with this Superman, where's he get his powers from? Oh, right, that thing. Duh.
this guy.
Low hanging fruit there. It's just seems easy.
gives him power.
Well, after
to
that, for the
cancel
next 20 years, it was like uranium or plutonium or a toxic chemical spill.
Okay.
But see, it was weird because it didn't work for Icarus. Poor man.
Didn't give him more energy.
I don't know. I gotta say, I'm gonna say, I fucking hate Superman.
Whoa.
I don't care what
I
movie.
take that personally.
You can take it personally all you want. Like you got like I don't want to start talking about superheroes, but he's like the most pussiest of all superheroes. Like he has all these powers, and then you put a little kryptonite, turns into like a little piece of shit. Like, oh my god, no, I'm not good. Like, come on, man. Like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the panties he wears.
and the panties he's wearing. Look what that was.
We're gonna put a beep in this.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna let you know what word we're beeping out.
Copy.
Because it ain't pussy.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't.
Yeah, we can't say kryptonite on this show.
Can't give away the one thing, man.
The one thing.
That's their safe word.
We are getting sued by DC so bad.
And
They're just
Lifetime.
so desperate for money.
And Hallmark.
Yeah, Hallmark. We love you, DC.
Lifetime.
I think this is the one show you do have to roll the credits of asking for forgiveness at the end.
Yes.
As long as you do that, you're safe. My lawyer told me that.
Yes.
We're so low rent, they're not coming after us. But in
all
2 years, when we're really big, someone's gonna be like, 2 years ago, these pieces of shit.
Shit said something about Superman, and I'll be the one saying, you know why I stand by that shit. Fucking hate that piece of shit.
No Oscars for you guys.
No.
Gonna go back through your fucking feed.
No, what's going to happen, you're going to get a knock at your door one day, who knows when.
Yes,
It's going to be
sir.
a bunch of guys in just black sunglasses, black suits. You're coming with us, sir. And you're not going to know where you're going.
Like
and
Will
you're not
Smith is coming in from Men in Black and like,
Yeah,
yes,
right.
come with us.
They're gonna put you in
First
the
lap, the
car,
first lap, and then yeah.
Superman's gonna be driving.
Yes.
I mean, if Henry Cavill wants to drive me around town, I'm not
I mean, I'm
saying
okay.
no.
I'm okay.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he's
more
a really cool
pedophilia
guy.
thing.
Yeah, Superman turns around in the car. He's like, "You got any kryptonite on you?" Yeah. Sucks for you, bud.
He's driving a candy van. That's terrible, dude.
Let me show you what happens when I'm not being a pussy.
For the love of God, don't talk to me. I just recorded it.
It's like you won't be able to walk for a week, dude.
Oh man.
Well, I think we've covered the gambit of a lot of stuff
We
today.
have covered everywhere from superheroes to Hallmark movies
The
to
only-
short films, the
A little
festival
sprinkle
itself.
of the
And
festival.
And we fit in your
AI.
movie as well in there somewhere.
Did it. Bad Monkey Pictures.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
Instagram, Bad Monkey Pictures.
We love Bad Monkey Pictures.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
I mean, I guess I now
.com.
have to definitely say it. Where the Rainbows Are Born films.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
Where the Rainbows Are Born.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
And that's what I love about filmmaking. We collaborate. A lot of collaborating happened, and we all.
That's what that was.
And I mean, think about it. Like, I'm from New York. He's from LA. He's from Chicago. We all transplanted here at the same time. 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
Yeah, it was crazy. We all got here within like a month of each other,
Yeah.
and
I didn't know. We didn't know each other, and then we just went to a What was that? It was Simi's thing.
At Look Cinemas.
No, it was Tampa Bay. It was
Oh,
Tampa
yeah,
Bay
the
Film
Tampa
Circle.
Film Circle
Yeah, we went to the
stuff,
Tampa Bay, and that's when we all met.
Right.
And then we did our first commercial.
Yep.
I met you somewhere else.
Cool Clearwater. Cool Clearwater.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
You guys are like the filmmaking version of Captain Planet. With your powers combined, you can make a great film.
See, I'm telling you, a lot of superheroes up in this bitch.
Now let's talk about Captain Planet.
Well, he's the hero.
You know what? I gotta say, I'm okay with Captain Planet. He's cool.
Okay.
You have to combine a bunch of people to make something cool. I
Yeah, but he fucking dies if he drinks like piss water, dude.
I still prefer him than fucking Superman.
Dude, Superman, you have to, kryptonite comes from another planet. This motherfucker dies if there's too many earthworms, dude.
That's okay. At least he's from here. It's not
He's
from-
like, oh, you didn't recycle.
I think Hanna-Barbera owns Captain Planet, so they ain't suing anyone anytime soon.
I love Hanna-Barbera.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
MovieTalksandChill.com. They're doing it. I had to do it.
Sunscreen Film Festival.
Scatterbrain Productions.
This is, I can't, dude. I can't.
Oh, look at that live viewership.
You waited so long to come and join this.
I know.
Aren't you glad you joined?
Dude, this is awesome. We should just keep going and just let's get some drinks up here and see how deep we can get, dude.
Dude, like a Cat Williams
From
kind
the
of
bar over there.
Fucking the FCC comes up. Like, guys.
Listen,
No, Ben comes
listen,
up.
you guys need
What's
to
going
calm
on?
it down a little bit.
Yeah.
They just bring a stack of paper. We're gonna talk about this.
That's episode 1.
This was you the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. This is 6 to 6:30.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
God, Bad Monkey Pictures. Oh man, but we do have to wrap up here in a minute. But again, thank you guys. I know. But
Such a buzzkill.
we've got to, we got
Ruin
to.
everything for everyone.
If he's here, who's running hell?
Yeah, right. But no, if you guys are going to be around tomorrow,
Oh,
on Sunday?
sure.
All right,
Yes, we
so
definitely
come
will.
back up and talk with us
Okay.
again, man. We want to have some more talks, and you guys, we can all sleep on the thoughts of Superman and
Yeah,
Captain
sure.
Planet, and see
Not-
what else
not
we can
together.
come up with. No,
In our
not
separate
together.
places.
Yeah,
On separate
right.
places.
Yeah.
No alcoholic beverages up here.
These two have the same
Look
hotel.
at the way we are without
I'm going home.
Imagine.
They're the ones
Oh my
snuggling.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
we requested one single.
Well, and if you guys are available, you should come to the 10 a.m. AI panel.
They're going to be up here.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
They-
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are probably going to be up here at that point, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it depends because
We
usually
usually-
things are going on around, but one of us can.
We
at
don't
least
want to
get away.
say no.
We will never say no.
We will never say no.
I will.
All right.
Patrick's safe
And
word.
Patrick's
He-
mic is going down.
Yeah.
I can't do that because it's my mic
Yeah,
too.
my mic is your mic.
This is shit thing
We'll
about
just
Sharon.
cover when Patrick talks.
No, but seriously, we're going to try to check that out, and then tomorrow come back up and come and meet with us again. We'll be here again all day.
man. This
Guys,
is cool.
Sunscreen Film Festival Day 2. We are about to wrap up. More episodes and more interviews coming in the next coming days. Saturday and Sunday, we will be here all day, all night, Saturday and Sunday. Until then, for Movie Talks and Chill, we're your hosts. I'm Tony Serrato.
I'm Gavin Butts.
I'm Patrick Wall.
Run it down the line, gentlemen.
Steve Stein with Where the Rainbows Are Born Films.
Melvin Alvast with Bad Monkey Pictures.
Bad Monkey Pictures.
Deep Awake.
That was Michael Robert
That is
Kessler.
Michael Robert
He has his own way of doing
We
things.
love you, Michael Robert Kessler.
No, let's not pretend you haven't changed your name.
No, he hasn't now. He has his own little way of doing things. Yeah.